Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Carrying yourself with dignity and confidence influences how others treat you. Acting with self-respect and a sense of regal assurance creates an aura that compels admiration. When you lower yourself to the level of the common, you invite disregard, for people are drawn to those who seem destined for greatness. Transgression of the law. Louis-Philippe became the King of France in 1830 after a revolution forced Charles V to abdicate. Unlike traditional monarchs, he downplayed his status, preferring to mix with businessmen and the middle class. His modesty and preference for financial matters over royal grandeur made him seem more like a banker than a king. Over time, his lack of regal presence alienated both the aristocracy and the poor, leaving him without support. This example illustrates the danger of stripping away the symbolic power of leadership. People want their leaders to embody an elevated presence. By rejecting the aura of kingship, Louis-Philippe lost respect and authority. When challenged, he had nothing to defend but his own wealth, making him easy to overthrow and forget. Observance of the law. Christopher Columbus, despite being the son of a cheese merchant, carried himself as if he were of noble lineage. He fabricated a distinguished background and exuded an air of confidence that won him access to royalty. Though he had no experience in navigation, his bold demands and self-assured presence convinced Queen Isabella to fund his legendary voyages. This example illustrates the power of belief in one's own worth. Columbus presented himself with such certainty that others assumed he must be deserving of the titles he sought. His ability to act as if he were already great ensured that he was treated as such, proving that confidence and self-presentation can open doors that skills alone cannot. Keys to power. People impose limitations on themselves as they grow older, but the world treats you as you present yourself. To counteract self-imposed boundaries, adopt the strategy of the crown. Believe in your own greatness, and others will follow. Confidence is contagious and creates an aura that draws people in. Acting with regal dignity establishes separation from the ordinary. If you carry yourself as if you are above limitations, others will accept it as truth. Louis-Philippe failed because he dissolved his own authority by acting too common, while great leaders throughout history have commanded respect by embodying their elevated status. Confidence should not be mistaken for arrogance. True kings do not need to assert dominance aggressively. A calm, assured presence projects authority far more effectively than insecurity disguised as bluster. Haile Selassie, through unwavering composure, commanded respect even in exile, proving that dignity is an unshakable form of power. Appearances influence perception. Con artists have long used an aristocratic front to manipulate others. People are more willing to trust those who seem above them. Carrying yourself with an air of superiority without appearing condescending makes others eager to gain your favor. Setting a high price for yourself establishes value. Columbus demanded titles and privileges far beyond his status, and by doing so, he was treated as someone of great importance. Those who ask for little receive little, while those who demand more are perceived as worthy of more. Power lies in creating the right distance. Leaders must balance accessibility with mystique. Being too familiar diminishes authority, while maintaining an aura of exclusivity inspires awe. The most effective rulers, like Roosevelt, found ways to connect with the people without losing their elevated status. Reversal of the law. Confidence must be balanced with awareness. If taken too far, it can turn into arrogance, which invites downfall. Charles I of England refused to acknowledge shifting political realities, clinging to divine rule and alienating his people. His regal stubbornness, instead of securing power, fueled rebellion and led to his execution. A leader must project authority, but remain adaptable to avoid becoming a target.